Good morning to you all. We're going to wait a little bit more. Okay, one more minute to admit the rest of the students, okay? Okay, see, so far we are 30 participants right now. Let's keep admitting the rest of the guys here. Okay. So, what do you think? How did you do in your test? You have until yesterday at 11:59 p.m. to finish your test. Did you do it well? Anyone can speak.
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, okay, good, good. Thank you. All right. Okay. So let's begin our class today, okay? It is 8:02 a.m. and I will begin with our attendance list, okay? So please answer present or here, okay? When I call your name. Thank you. We have Acosta Sanchez.
Present, teacher.
Thank you. Arias Santizo Luis. Arias Santizo. Okay, he's not here right now. Bolaños Reyes Josué. Mr. Josué Bolaños. Okay. Bonilla Pineda Juan. Bonilla Pineda. Okay. Borrayo López Cristian. I just admit Borrayo. Are you there? Okay, let's see. Cabrera Elías Christian.
Present, teacher.
Thank you. Cabrera Gaitán Josué.
Present.
Teacher, Christian
Yes.
Borrayo is present.
Okay.
He write in the chat.
Okay, he wrote it. He wrote it in the chat. Thank you very much. It's probably his microphone is not working, so we're going to take off Borrayo. Thank you very much. All right, Borrayo, Cabrera Elías, Cabrera Gaitán Josué, Cartagena Morales Manuel.
Present.
Thank you. Chua Grijalva Luis.
Present.
Thank you. Cordón José Alejandro.
Present.
Thank you. Del Cid Martínez Pablo. Del Cid Martínez. Okay. He's not here again. Okay. Escobar Guerra David.
Present.
Thank you. Fuentes Godínez Víctor.
Present.
Thank you. García Beltetón Lester.
Present.
Thank you. García Llamas Sebastián.
Present.
González Quiñones Ángel. González Quiñones.
Present, teacher.
All right. Thank you very much, Ángel. Guerrero Guzmán Gabriel. Mr. Gabriel Guerrero Guzmán. Okay. Cle López Kimi.
Present, teacher.
Thank you. Kimi, did you do your test? Okay.
Yes, teacher.
You didn't have any more problems, right?
No, ya no.
Thank you very much. All right, I appreciate that. Okay, Landaverdi Duarte Justin. Landaverdi. Okay, he is not here yet. All right, León Cáceres José. León Cáceres José Andrés. Okay. Loarca Enríquez Marco.
Present.
Thank you. Loarca Herrera Luis.
Present.
Thank you. López Caal Diego. Mr. López. Okay. Masaya Pérez Oscar.
Present.
Thank you. Mendoza Jefferson.
Present.
Thank you very much. Mérida Marco David.
Present.
Thank you. Morales Guzmán Orlando.
Present.
Thank you. Okay. Ogaldes de León Rodrigo.
Present.
Orantes Álvarez Rubén.
Present.
Thank you. Orozco Monroy Javier.
Present.
Thank you very much. Ortiz y Fuentes Sergio.
I am here.
Thank you. Palacios Diego.
Present, teacher.
All right. Thank you very much. Rosales Díaz Víctor.
Present.
Salik Paredes Santiago.
Present.
All right. Salof Puma Luis.
Teacher present. Sorry.
Okay. All right.
Present.
So, Ricardo, yes, you have something else to say?
Salud, Puma.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Top Lopez Ricardo is here. Terraza Marroquín Fabio.
Presente.
Thank you. Vázquez Quiñones Wilson. Vázquez. Okay. And Yaquian Santizo Jorge.
Present.
Thank you very much. All right. Let's see. Cristian Borrayo is here. All right. Jose Alejandro is also here. Okay. Let's see. We have a teacher I'm here from, what is his name? Okay, and Gabriel Guerrero is here also. All right, let's see. Arias Luis is not here. Bolaños Josué, Bonilla Juan, Del Cid Pablo, Guerrero Gabriel, Landaverri Justin, León José, López Diego, and Vázquez Wilson. These guys are
I'm here.
okay, Bolaño Reyes, thank you very much. Sorry about it. Okay, thank you very much, okay? And today's class is going to be about, we're going to do a little review, okay? Oh, Guerrero is here as well. Thank you, Gabriel. Okay, little review of our classes, okay? Remember that we are seeing in this unit 1 that we already saw is about present perfect tense, okay? Present perfect tense, we use it every time we need to speak something about the past, okay? But hasn't finished yet, okay? Yes, Ruben, you have a question?
Yes, teacher. Can I talk you in Spanish?
Yes, you can do.
Ok. Fíjese que ayer le mandé un correo porque en mi examen tuve un problema porque no le pude tomar screenshot y pegarlo como decía el examen. Entonces, no sé si volverlo a hacer y tomarle o dejarlo así.
Okay, let me check on the list, okay? I will check on that and see if you already, because sometimes you don't have to take the screenshot, okay? It's just a matter to know that you already finished. But you already, did you finish the test?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, si lo terminaste, me va a aparecer en mi lista, ok? En mi lista de resultados, ok? Es Orantes. Let me check real quick, okay? If I have you here. Okay, let me check one more time. Okay, Rubén Alejandro. Oh, Bonilla just showed up here. Okay. Okay, let me check real quick. In fact, if you're here, okay. I will have to check later on, okay? Because I have about 300 people here, okay? Okay, I will check on that and I will send you, send me an email, okay? So I can review if you are here, okay, please. The reason is because I have over 225 students, okay? And right now we're going to lose time if I revise the whole list to find out if you are. But if you finish your test, don't worry about it, okay? It will show in my list, okay? All right.
Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Anyone else that have problems with the test yesterday? No one? Okay. So what I'm going to show you right now is a video this about our present perfect form. Okay. So let's pay attention to this. I will share a screen right now. Okay, with you, and check on this. All right. Let me just go ahead and get that okay, right now. Okay. All right, please let me know if you can see this teacher here. It's a female teacher with the video. Is okay? Can you see it?
Yes, teacher.
All right, thank you. So let's play it and pay attention to it. I will be stopping so to give a further explanation about this, okay? All right, let's go ahead and pay attention.
Okay, get your notebooks ready. In this lesson, we're focusing on the present perfect tense, what it looks like, how to use it, and when to use it. Hello, I'm Emma from English. If you don't feel confident using the present perfect tense in English yet, there's probably a few reasons why. There's those nasty irregular verbs in past participle form. Or maybe you feel unsure about when to use the present perfect and when to use the past simple tense. Even if you're quite good at using the present perfect tense, it's definitely worth reviewing this tense to jog your memory. That expression means to remind yourself. So are you ready to start? Grab a notepad and a pen and let's go over this beautiful tense right now so that you can feel more confident using it. Oh, and if you can think of a friend who needs to review this tense too, make sure you share this lesson with them. Click the share button just underneath this video. They'll thank you for it. First thing, the grammatical structure. What does it look like? Well, it looks like this. Subject, has or has, and your main verb in past participle form. So the subject you already know. You can use a proper noun or a pronoun. I, she, they. In the perfect tenses, the verb has is an auxiliary verb. It's a helping verb. It's not the main verb in the sentence. And that means that it's usually unstressed and often contracted when spoken. So she has becomes she. I have becomes I. But I'll talk more about that soon. But then comes the main verb. In the present perfect tense, the main verb is in past participle form, not in past simple problem for regular past tense verbs. For regular verbs,
Okay, we're going to make a quick stop here. I'm going to further explain about what she's saying here. Okay, what we need to do to make a sentence in present perfect, okay, we're gonna have first to have a subject. And she's saying the subject can be a noun, a proper noun. Which are they? Okay, proper nouns are, for example, Mario, Juanita, Luis, Teresa, or even in Spanish, English, or whatever language it is, okay? George, Michael, John, okay? Frederick, etc. That's a proper noun, okay? But then we also can use pronouns. Pronouns are when we speak about I, you, he, she, it. If we are going to talk about one person, okay? If we talk about 2, 3, or more people, okay, or person, we're going to use we, you, and they. Those are pronouns, okay? So also we're going to include in our sentence, okay, present perfect sentence, our auxiliary verb. It can be have or has. And there is no difference between those two. They mean the same, okay? Have and has. When we use have is when we use, for example, when we speak about I or myself, okay? You, they, and we, okay? And we use has when we are talking about he, okay? Or she or it. Also, when we speak about one person by their names, okay? We use has. For example, George has, okay? George has been studying English, okay? All right. So that's the way we're going to use our auxiliary verb have or has, okay? And the main verb, okay? The main verb, it has to be in past participle. Which are they? Okay, for example, a verb can be in present form, okay, in past form, and in past participle form. We're going to see this right now, okay, when she keeps talking about these verbs, all right? We also can see here on the bottom the translation of what she is speaking right now in Spanish. Try not to pay too much attention unless you don't understand what she's saying about this in English. Okay, let's continue then.
the past participle form is the same as the simple past. So you just need to add ed. Watch in the present tense becomes watched in past simple, and it's also watched in past participle form. Laugh becomes laughed and is also laughed. Dance, dance, dance. Call.
Okay, let's pay attention on this verb. What she's saying here is she's speaking about regular past tense verbs, okay? And she uses three examples in this time, okay? For example, laugh, reír, laughed, rió, okay? And laughed, past participle, is reído, okay? Reído. Reír, reí, reído, okay? We can have a better understanding in the next verb, okay? In regular past tense verbs, okay, there is no difference between past simple, over here, danced, and past participle. We only add D or ED or IED, okay? For example, study, studied, and studied, okay? IED. In study, the estudiar, we know that the last word, the last letter is Y, okay? But we take this off, Y, and we add I, E, and D, okay? All right. So there is no change between past simple and past participle. when we speak about regular verbs, okay? All right, let's keep continue with this.
Cold, cold, cold. And even some irregular verbs use the same verb for past simple as the past participle form. Has in the present tense becomes had in the simple past, and it's also had as a past participle. Easy, right? Win, won, won. But these really irregular verbs are the
Okay, let's stop right here again, okay? Now she's saying that some irregular verbs, not all of them, okay? Some irregular verbs are pronounced the same way, okay? But there are only a few, right? There is not too many, all right? And she mentioned these ones, okay, over here about win, won, and won, okay? But irregular verbs, they change, okay? They change. We want to write it differently from our past simple or present simple, okay, form, right? And let's continue listening to this, and then I will stop and
win, won, won. But these really irregular verbs are the ones that cause all of the headache. Because there are three different forms that you need to understand. Go in the present tense becomes went in the past simple, and in the past participle form, it's been or gone. Some more examples. Fly, flew, flown. Throw, threw, thrown. Do, did, done. Become, became, become. Speak, spoke, spoken. I'm sure you can think of many more examples, but with these verbs, there's no pattern, there's no rule to follow. You just need to memorize the past participle form. But keep an eye out for my next video next week.
let's stop right here, okay? To know a little bit more about these irregular verbs, okay, in past participle and just past, simple past, okay, form, we can go and use our book, okay? In our book, as I told you before, okay, you can check. We're going to use the Top Notch 2 book, the one we are using, okay? And we can go to our page 123. In our page 123 from our book, Top Notch, you can see, okay, some of the irregular verbs in present form, past form, and past participle form. These are not all of them, okay? There are more than this they are showing over here, okay? If you have the opportunity to check, you can go and Google, okay? Google it. Just write irregular verbs. They're going to give you a list, okay? Pretty much there are over 200 verbs or probably more than that, okay? Irregular that we can use to speak. Other ways to speak, okay, and using our present perfect, okay, is reading, watching some videos or TV, okay? In fact, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to copy this link, okay? So you can watch it over and over again, okay? So in this way, let's see, our chat section, okay, right here. Okay, let's see, I'm going to change this for everyone. All right, so here it is. You can copy this link, please, okay? And then you can watch it as many times as you want. Sometimes to make it clear and we understand what she's saying, or to understand the present perfect verb or form, we can watch it several times, okay? We need to watch it not only once, but twice or 3 times or more until we get it right, okay? So this is a way to understand. And the only way to learn about these verbs, irregular verbs, is to memorize them, okay? There is no other way. We need to memorize these verbs in order to apply them when we speak, okay? Or when we write. Let's continue with this, okay? And we will see how it ends.
which will help you to practice and memorize these past participle forms of irregular verbs. In fact, if you subscribe to this channel, click the red button here, then
Let's
you'll
forward
find
this
out
video a
explain
little bit.
and remind and our past participles. To the
Okay.
structure, you have the subject, you have or has, and our past participle verb. I have asked my parents to lend me money. You have been really helpful today. They have flown to the capital to meet with the officials. She has saved enough money to buy a car. She has forgotten where her hotel is. Now, in this structure, often have and has are contracted to
You can see some verbs here, okay? And how can we use our auxiliary verb have as well, okay? Here are the examples. She is using 3 examples with our pronouns I, you, and they. And for these pronouns, we use the verb, auxiliary verb have. I have asked my parents to loan me some money, okay? You have been really helpful today. And they have flown to the capital to meet with officials, okay? And then she's using the third person verb. When she uses he or she, our auxiliary verb have is going to change a little bit. So instead of writing have, we're going to write has. In this case, he has saved enough money to buy a car. And she has forgotten where her hotel is. Okay, remember these verbs. This is an irregular verb. Okay, the simple form of forgotten is forget, olvidar. Okay, forgot, olvidé, olvidó, and forgotten. Forgotten is olvidado. In this case, ella ha olvidado dónde su hotel está. Okay. In fact, if she has to say she has forgotten where her hotel is. Okay. Let's see who is talking to me. All right. Yes, Juan, I already passed list, attendance list. What is your last name, Juan? Juan Bonilla. If it's Bonilla Pineda. Okay, no problem. I got you here. Okay, don't worry about it. Thank you. All right. So we will continue here because this is not the only way to write a sentence. We can use contractions. Okay, a shorter form to write a question and to write this sentence. Okay, so we will see how she contracts this. Okay, to make it short or shorter. Okay, let's continue with the video.
and I've asked, you've been, they've flown, he saved, she's forgotten. Got it? Good. So when should you use the present perfect tense? Well, when there is a connection between the present and the past. Think of it like a bridge that's connecting the present and the past. For example, when something started in the past and continues in the present. They've been married for 3 years. You can use it to talk about an activity that you've done several times in the past and that you continue to do now. She has read many books and she'll probably read more. You can also use the present perfect to talk about life experience. traveled overseas before. Now, before I give you some more examples, let's talk about when to use the past simple tense and the present perfect tense, because this is often the confusing part about this tense. To answer this question, you need to think about time. Finished time and unfinished time. So think about last week. That's a good example of finished time. Last week is finished, it's over. But what about this week? Is this week finished? No, not yet. That's an example of unfinished time. There's still more of this week to come. It's not finished yet. Yesterday, last week, last month, last year, 1991, these are all examples of finished time that is complete. When you're talking about a time period that has finished, like these, you need to use the past simple. But when you're talking about a time period that is unfinished, like today, this week, this year, this month, use the present perfect tense. So let's compare some examples.
We're going to stop right here, just a little bit of more explanation about the difference between, okay, when we use this past simple tense and we use present perfect, okay? Just as she said, okay? Past simple, we use it for something that is already in the past, is gone, is no longer here, okay? For example, I spoke to you, or I have spoken to you since I spoke to you last week. I spoke to you last week, already gone, okay? I finished. I have been speaking about your grades, okay? That's unfinished time. I haven't finished talking to you. Like right now, I'm using present perfect to express myself. This class hasn't been finished yet. Esta clase no ha terminado aún. So we are using something that it is in the past, but continues and hasn't finished yet, okay? That's the difference, right? And you can see she's going to explain a little bit more, okay? For example, in past simple, it's yesterday, it's gone. Last week, it's already gone as well, or last month, last year. Or even dates, 1991. You probably weren't born in those days, okay? 1991. None of you was born in those days, okay? And unfinished time, talking about present perfect, is about something that hasn't finished yet. For example, this week is not over, still going on. We are, right now, we're still in Tuesday. We still have more week to go, right? And we can talk about today. This morning, I haven't eaten, okay, since yesterday. Yo no he comido desde ayer. But that means that we haven't finished eating, or we haven't finished the time to eat, okay? All right, let's continue with this, all right?
This year, this month, use the present perfect tense. So let's compare some examples. Last month, I visited my brother 3 times. This month, I have visited my brother twice. But the month isn't finished yet, and I may visit him again. Try an example with me. He borrowed my car yesterday. So this sentence is in the past simple. It's finished time. Now try to change it to the present perfect tense. What do you need to do? 2 things. You need to add the auxiliary verb. He has, not has. It changes because our subject is he. He has borrowed
Okay, we will stop this video right here, okay, because we are running out of time, okay? And what we saw here is just an examples, all right, about our present perfect in affirmative, okay, or positive form, right? Next class, which will be on Thursday, we will see it, the rest of the video regarding negative form and interrogative form, okay? I want to add something else, okay? There is a really useful tool, okay, that we can use when we don't know how to pronounce the words, okay? Or probably they don't know, we don't know what they mean, okay? In the meantime, do you have any questions right now about regarding this present perfect video? You can ask me right now, okay? Do you have any questions right now? Okay. If you don't, we're going to look for this tool that we can help you, all right? All right, let's put it right here. All right, so since you don't have any questions, let's get to it. I will share screen again, okay? And we're going to, I'm going to show you this, okay? This is our Google Traductor, okay? Or Traductor Google, all right? Anytime when I have a problem pronouncing, okay, or knowing, don't know the meaning of this, a certain word, I come over here, okay? You feel free to use it. Try to use it, please, okay, every time. So we can write here English to Spanish traduction, okay? Or translation, might say, okay? For example, there are some words that for me are still hard to pronounce. One word that is hard for me to pronounce is this one, okay? All right, so now I know how to write it in English, okay? Now also know the meaning in Spanish is género, okay? And some other things that we need to check here, okay? For example, what this means, what género means, okay? It is, let's see, el tipo o el género, okay? And in English, we can also say as synonyms, category, class, classification, etc. Okay, so now we know the meaning, a category of artistic composition as in music or literature, characterized by similarities in form, style, and subject matter. And how do you pronounce it? Okay, it's like this. Genre. Genre. Okay, so we can use this tool, okay? Right now, we finish our time in class. We'll see you on Thursday. Thank you very much, okay? And see you Thursday. If you have any questions, feel free to write me an email, please, okay? Thank you, and I'll see you Thursday. Bye-bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye, teacher.
Bye.